I'd like to thank Elementor for sponsoring today's video, and I'm going to show you how you can create your very own website utilizing WordPress and Elementor, and you don't have to know any single line of code. Anybody can create this website on their own, and here is the design I have on for today. And as you can see, this one, it might look quite complicated to make, but this was actually very simple to do with Elementor, and I'll show you exactly step by step on how to do that in this tutorial. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. Now, in order to create your website, you're going to need hosting. I'll include my affiliate link in the description below, so simply click on that link and it'll lead you over to Elementor's websites. Now, before we get into the different plans, essentially, Elementor provides WordPress hosting where you can have everything you need for your websites all together in one. That includes the hosting for WordPress, the Elementor Pro Builder, themes and premium supports all together. Makes your life so much easier for creating your own website. Now let's deep dive into each different plan. So the first one is the basic. Now for most people, if this is your first website or you just have a simple idea, the basic plan is the best place to start. If you have a business and you know you're going to get a lot more visitors as well as need some more storage space, then the business plan will work best for you. And then additionally, they have the grow as well as scale if you plan on having more than one website, which you can see here. And we quickly glance over, you can see the differences is one, the amount of monthly visits you're allowed, and two is the storage, as well as additional features if that were to target what you're doing. But if you are doing something simple for most people, the basic will be your best bets. Now, if you already know what plan you're going to, simply select that. For this particular tutorial, I'm going to select the basic plan. And now you'll see the screen and it'll showcase the total depending on the plan that you have chosen. So all you need to do next is create your accounts if you do not have one already, confirm your plan, set up billing and payment, and essentially once you are done with all that, I will see you on the next page. So after you have signed up, we are seeing the Elementor Builder dashboard. Now, depending on your screen, you might have seen a process to set up and choose a kit or a website design. But for this example, we do not see that currently. So for us, if you all want to get through the same page, if you finish through the process, if you have a different screen, simply once you get to this option, go to this top left icon and exit to the WordPress dashboard. Now, everyone should have this option, and this essentially is the back end where all of our information, such as the menus, posts, photos, etc., you can have and actually edit them from here. Now you can see here, didn't see a kit, select one now. So let's actually go here and click on this option. And if you already saw the kits, then you'll be on the same page as well. But here, this is essentially pre-built website templates that you can go ahead and get started without having to make it from scratch. And it makes your life so much easier because a lot of these websites have very good design layouts that you don't have to worry about being a UX designer or even having any artistic thoughts, because you can simply just choose here and edit it as you like. So I'm just going through right now and I'm looking at these websites, and again, depending on your business, your idea, they can find a website that fits you. But for the sake of it, let's make our lives easier and let's just go ahead and let's see. I like this website right here, so let me go ahead and click on the view demo, and then once I have taken a look at the preview, if everything looks good, we can go ahead and select it. So this is what it currently has set up. Now again, if you don't need any of this stuff on the bottom or even any part of the website, don't worry, I'll show you how to fix that. This one even has a cool little email and name pop-up form, and then we can see the difference with the tablets as well as mobile. So I actually like this one a lot. So let's go ahead and hit apply kits, and then let's go here. So everything using this kit, customization for some items, and basically, at least right now, for this particular design, since we're going to be using it, I will hit apply. But if you do not want particular colors or whatever, you can always customize this and choose that as well. But actually, let's go ahead and hit apply. Now this particular one says first enable unfiltered file uploads. For tutorial's sake, I'll skip that, but if you do need to do that, definitely go ahead and choose that. So now this is what the current kit we have chosen looks like, and we can scroll down and see that it looks pretty much how it looked on the preview. And for some reason, if you don't see this on your kit, you might be on a different page, so you actually go and navigate between the pages, and then you can go back to the logo right now. Currently does not have one, and it should take you back to the home screen of the kit that you have chosen. Now, You might say, okay, kit looks good, but I do not like the colors, I don't like the photos, the text. How do I edit this? Well, that's when the edit with Elementor button up here comes in. So let's go ahead and click on this. And now I'll show you how you can go ahead and customize everything on the website. So we can see here, this is the editor. Now we can go ahead and let me show you first this left side. So this essentially is the layouts. So we have the basic section as well for text. You can add in images, videos, paragraphs, buttons, dividers. And for Pro, you can see additional features that you could add in. But for the most parts, you can also just go ahead and click into the editor. So you can see here, I just clicked on this text, and over here it showcases on the left side. Now there's the edit with AI option, which I will show you some more on that in a moment. But for now, let's just focus on the basics. So first thing is, if you see any sort of text, you can just click into the box and make sure you have it like highlighted with the pink. At least for right now, this is the color it shows. And basically, let's click back on this one. Let's say this is my website. And you can see here, this is what we currently have right now. And for this particular design, it has everything in the caps. You can probably change that here if you want to switch it up with the sizing too as well. But for the most part, if you want to go here, change this up as well. You can erase, add some more letters, and you can see here it navigates right there. But for now, I'll keep that filler text here. And then for this one, let's just say, let's keep something simple. Actually, let's just do this edit with AI, and let's see if it can create us some custom text. So let's go ahead and approve these terms, and then we can get started. Now this is currently in beta, at least at current time of recording. So let's go ahead and say this. Let's do, go here, and basically, let's see, change tone. We can change it to friendly, and let's see if it changes this. Welcome to my website. So that does look like it's friendly. And then also, if you want to add in like a new prompt, we can go here and basically say, craft short phrase for my websites. And let's just say it is for, at least it looks like right here, it's about business. So it is about business. And let's just do, let's say consulting for this example, consulting. And let's go ahead and generate the text. And let's see what it comes out. As for business consulting services, yeah, so I like this. And again, you can change this up with the length, shorter, longer. But for now, let's do this. Boom, there we go. Now, if I were to click this little arrow, you can see that it fits. It looks perfect here. We can check into the tablets and mobile. And this is how you can see the different responsiveness as well. But when we click the little arrow, it might look like it's slightly messed up, but that's just because this is the editor. And that's just basically just pushing it over. But on the real website, it looks perfect when we just saw. So now, let's say you want to change the styling. So styling, think of this essentially the colors, the type of fonts, and essentially here, text color, go here, change it to red, mess around with these colors here, and this is pretty much how you can set that up there. So like this yellow looks pretty cool here. And if you have like the exact hex code, this is the colors right here. You can change it to that. So let's see, I don't have the exact yellow off the top of my head, but let's keep it like this. Typography, this is basically the type of font. So if you want to change it to, let's say like this one, then you can change it to that one. But let's keep it, I'll keep it here with Montserrat's as defaults. You change the sizing, the thickness of the letters, whether you want it to be uppercase, default, lowercase, and you get the point. So that's if you don't like it all uppercase, you can change it to defaults. And then you can also have normal as well. And then line height, spacing, all that little tiny details if you want the font and stuff to look different, which you can always mess around with this on the end. And now we have margins, paddings, as well as additional features here. Now, for the most parts, you don't really need to mess with this stuff, at least right now. But if you do want to have some little spacing below, for example, like this text here, we can change this up. So we can add like a margin of bottom, which would be targeting the bottom. So think of this as essentially the literal top, right, bottom, and left. So if you want to add spacing to the bottom here, we can just add a margin of, let's just say like 24 pixels, for example. And again, this is something you can play around with. Padding also, and again, this is, if you understand CSS, this would make a lot more sense. So if you've done some sort of programming, then obviously you understand this. But if it's like very, very new to you, never even heard these words, then again, if you just want to add some quick little spacing, you can add some margin. And then padding is essentially, you can increase the sizing of stuff within as well. But for now, let's keep it simple and let's just go and keep that like this. And now we can see here, that's how you can add in, change up text, the colors, the fonts, you name it. Now let's say you don't like this right here. This particular paragraph, it just doesn't make any sense. Let's just say, for example, all you need to do is click onto it and you can hover and hit right click. And now you can see the delete option. Delete right there. And there you go. It is gone from the websites. So now let's say you want to, for example, change this image. Well, you just click on it right here. And let's see, click on this little option. And we can see this currently doesn't show any sort of option for the images. But when we click on the style, and here's a plugin that says to add, you can install it if you'd like to. But basically, this is where you can go ahead and choose an image. So you just click here, and you can upload your images from your computer. And if you already have files, which this already is showcasing all of the images on the website. Let's say, for example, this keyboard actually looks pretty cool. And let me just keep this one. Let's hit select here. Now you can see we have this nice little purple keyboard. And I can see this is what the website currently looks like. So that's very simple, very easy to do. And for the rest of the website, it's very simple. Add the fonts, colors, edit with AI. But now let's say you don't like a particular section. So like, for example, here, this entire section, you don't want to just right click and delete everything by like right clicking like this. You can just go in, select the entire, you can see here, this is a rectangle with the pink outline, and you can see it. And if you navigate to the X, hits X, deletes it, it's gone. So now, let's say you want to add something in place of this instead. Well, now, you hit this plus sign here, brings it up, and now we have this option here. You can actually create AI. We have the templates, and we have from scratch container. So let's do the first option, the plus sign. And now, here essentially showcases different structures that you can choose from. So this is just a plain, normal, wide container you can see here. This one's divided into 4. This one's essentially like a half, more like a 30-something-ish percent, and then there's like a 66% of the actual section. This is like a 50-50%, and then this one has like a different one. Look, and if you don't understand what these little lines mean, essentially, like if you look at this essentially has like a spacing here, and then it has the columns right there. So again, you can play around with this structure, but for now, let's make it simple. Let's click on this 2, this 50-50 equal, and I'll show you how to add stuff in. So you just hit the plus sign, and now let's say we can add in a heading here. Okay, there we go. We got a heading. Click back on the plus sign. Let's do maybe a button. Just click and just drag just like that. And then let's see, on this plus sign again, maybe let's do a paragraph over here, and then pretty much let's keep it like this. And now we can just change up this. So first thing is the links with the button. Again, this will lead to your actual website links or your menu, so we can change this once we know exactly what the link would be. But for example, it would be like www.websitename.com/ whatever you want it to link to, right? So you can say like services or whatever your URL that you want this to go to, that's where you would have it. Set size small, we can do extra small, and then we can go here, we can change the colors. So for example, this is currently right here. I can change that to red, can change this to like a yellow, or I can change it to like this matching with this like lightish blue and purple color right there, and advanced. And we can see here, we can change up stuff if you want to here. But the thing is right now, the actual font. So if I go back to styling, and let's see, where is the, okay, so here's typography. Let's change this. Smaller, maybe 32. And let's maybe keep it medium. Montserrat, that's fine. Here, underline, I don't like that. Let's see, let's maybe do none. There we go. And then if you want to, let's go here, go back up, advanced. And basically, let's see, now let's keep it like this. I want to change the actual border radius, here we go. So if I want to do, let's just say like 10, and I go like this, now you can see the corners a little bit rounded. So if you, the more you increase this to like, let's say 50, that's way more rounded, almost like a oval shape. So let's just do maybe like 20 for now. Actually, yeah, I think 10's fine. 10's fine right now. And if you want to change like one particular corner, you just unlink these and it'll change it based off of the corner that you choose. But for the most sake, this website has like a much bigger sort of text and button design. So you can see like this is why these are such large buttons. But in particular, on other kits you use, it's not going to be as big as this. But either way, you can see that is a simple way to add a new section to your websites, and then you can see the text. So now you notice one thing is the this is like very close to the edge. So we can go here. We can actually add in a margin to the left. Let's just say, let's do maybe 48. Let's do 48 and let's just see how this looks. And again, you can match up with your actual, your entire website design. So let's go here to the button now. Click here, advance, uncheck it first, do 48. Again, I'm just doing a random number, but in evens. So like typically if you do any sort of programming or coding, you can do like a 24, 32, 48, and just easier to match things up. But again, it literally could be whatever number you want it to be. And now you can see we have it like that. And then same for the top. This one might be too much, so we can do like a margin top. Maybe let's do 32 for this one. 32 here, that's too much there. And let's just close it out now. And again, you can see how we added some sort of gap in between here. Now, that is just a quick basic way to set up. Again, everyone has different websites and whatever design you have. So for the sake of it, I just wanted to show you the basics on how to create a new section. Now, let's go ahead and delete this. And let me show you an easier way to make another section. Click the plus sign here. Click on this folder. And Elementor has a library of different designs already pre-built. And you can see here, most of the stuff that you need, error pages, footers, sections like here, it's already here. You don't have to go and make it from scratch like we just did, but you could if you wanted to. It just obviously takes more time. So here, look at this. I like this one. Let's hit insert and let us see how this looks on our website. And again, look at that. We just had that added in. And now we can do again the same routine. You go to the styling, change up the colors, maybe like a bluish, go over here. Let's see, like that, maybe more purple to match. Trying to match this color somewhat. You can change the font, the text, type in right there. But for the most sake, I think it looks pretty cool. And then we can go back and preview. And I can see this is what it currently looks like. And that took us a few seconds to do versus having to do it from scratch. And then we simply can just delete that if you want to, or we can just add another one. And that is the option with the AI, which you can click here and just simply let the AI do its thing. And let's just test this out. It's in beta still, so let's just say create layout for an about section for a business consulting website. And let's just try to generate and see what it creates for us. And I can see we have these options right here. So I think right now this black and white color looks like it fits right there. But essentially, it just shows like a little gap. But that's the actual layout right there. If I were to click on this one, now you can see here, it's a bigger section. But there we have this, and then we have this option here. So you can see that's actually pretty cool. So let's just say like use layout, for example. Now, if we were to go back, it seems like it has a little glitch right now. So let me actually go back here. And now we can see it's edited much better there. Now again, depending on the actual design of the website, here it is now showing much better. It might be perfect for you, but for this sake, this color, it doesn't match up with the themes that I have right now. So all I do is just change this to pretty much match the yellow with the text, and I think it looked actually pretty cool. So let's just make this like a bright yellow. And let me click here real quick. There we go. Okay, now yellow just like that. Close this out. And you can see here, the text here, it's very hard to read with this yellow background, so I would probably change this to black. But you can see here how easy it is to now start matching up your design, and that's with AI. So now you just delete this here, and also I don't need this section here. So in terms of editing this, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. From here, you basically just do each step, delete, add, change the font text to whatever you need, and then pretty much continue from there. Now, Let's go ahead onto the WordPress dashboard. I'll show you a lot of new things. So first thing is, if you like to publish this, you can, or you can actually go and save this as a draft. So for example, let's just go ahead and hit save draft for now. And now this option here, click on this icon and let's go to exit WordPress, and it says changes may not be saved, but let's actually just, if in case you wanted to, we would just save the draft already, so it should have worked. So let me make sure I already have it saved, right? Yeah, it should be here. So let's go back, exit to WordPress. Let's press leave. So now if you were to go and click on my site here, my name of my site, and hit visit site, you might be freaking out because it does not look like what we just had. But don't worry, that's because we didn't actually publish it. If you published it, then you should be seeing it already. But if you were to go edit with Elementor, because we saved it as a draft, then it should be showcasing exactly what we have currently here. The reason I didn't hit publish yet is, again, I'm not 100% ready for the site to show up yet. So that's why I'm saving it off from publishing. So now let's go back to edit. And you can see our designs are still there. Now here is where we can add in and change in a lot of additional features on the actual website, such as the menus and pages. So let's go ahead and deep dive into those now. So now I want to show you how you can create a page and also creating a post. In addition, how to update the menu. So first thing is the pages. Let's go here and click on the pages tab. And this shows us the current menu options that we have right here, such as home, about, contact, etc. Now, if you notice, if we go back to the website, let me open this in a new tab so we can see this. You might have noticed it has different actual tabs here. So first off, let's go to the appearance, and there's option menus right here. Click on this, and you can see that this has a particular menu called customer service. And this is currently what it has as the actual options for the menu. So if you, for example, have these current pages, which we just saw on the pages tab, and you want to add in, for example, just say an about section, you click on that option, add to the menu, and then when I hit save, let's go ahead and hit save right here. Now we can go ahead and actually check it with the live preview. So let's go and do the live preview here. And now you can see there's this about tab, aka the page that was already onto our website. So let's go exit back now. So now if you, for example, go back to pages, you want to create another menu, just go add new page, and let's just name this something very different. So let's just say new menu. I'll just make it exaggerated for tutorial's sake. Now when we go ahead and once it refreshes, we can see that this has been created. Now we have this new menu. Now this, again, if you click up here, you can see all the different pages. If you wanted to, we can add in a design, and there's also additional ones I haven't showed you yet, but like here you can see full on pages that are already pre-built. So let's just insert for the tutorial. Let's just add one of these here, overlay design layouts. Make sure you do not apply if you don't want this to update the design of your website. So actually, let's go ahead and make sure that doesn't apply the styling to keep the actual colors of the website like this. And now let me just go ahead and hit save draft. And now this page new menu is now essentially a new menu tab. So now if I were to go back to the dashboard, exit WordPress, I go back to the appearance now, menus. Now we have, let me go ahead and see if it's on here. Let's go to view all. And let me see if I'm currently seeing, it should be, let's go back to pages again. Let's just double check, make sure it's here. Okay, so it's not showing because it wasn't a draft. So let's go ahead and actually, let's just do this. Let's just straight up publish this now. That way it doesn't showcase as draft. Let's publish this. Now let's go back to the dashboard, appearance, menus. Now we see new menu here. So now I'll go click add to menu. Let me actually delete this one. So let's remove this, save to the menu, and now we manage this. And now this should show us the new menu here. So that's a way to actually add it. Now if I click on it, this is going to show us that new page template we just added in. So that's a very easy, quick way to make a new menu option here, as well as delete everything. And that's when you do it through the Pages tab here. And then you simply can go here and delete stuff that you don't need. So let's just do that, delete here, save it. And then the next thing is the post. So again, this is for ideally if you have like a blog or a website, and you can see we already have pre-added post here. Let me just show you a new way. Just hit add post. And then pretty much this will go through the website showcasing how you can make it look much better. But for simplicity's sake, let's just go ahead and just say new posts and say this is a post. And then pretty much you can go here and hit publish. And you can change tags, suggestions, and then also the visibility. But for now, let's just keep it as public right there. And this is currently the post address. Let's hit view post. And then now we should see our design up here. New post, this is a post, and that's basically our websites. And you can see the pre-built ones we already have here. They have images, they have full-on paragraphs. So again, this is a very simple way to do that. But now let's go here to customize. So now this is a way to update the general theme settings. Let's just back on the logo right quick. And now you can see this isn't the public version we currently have, but don't worry, we'll actually publish the original one in a second. But for now, let's go here to site identity, name of your website. Feel free to change that. Tagline, feel free to update that to whatever fits yourself, as well as your menus. So you can see here, this was like the default pages menu, but this is the one that we currently are seeing right now. And then we have homepage settings. You can change it if you're doing a blog, then this will make more sense for latest posts. But since this is basically a non-focused tutorial on blogs, and you can have it like this, header and footer. You can actually go here and click on start designing, and this will actually allow us to edit the designs for that, which I can click into this. And then if I want to delete stuff, I can change it around, change the text. You get the point here. And again, it's just like we showed in the beginning of the tutorial. Same thing, update the logo, change your logo to whatever image you need. And that's basically how it goes. So for this, I don't need a logo, so let's just actually delete this for that sake. And then we can hit publish here. And that's pretty much that setup right there. And if I go back, you can go back here again, you can see additional CSS if you understand some programming. But for the most part, that is pretty much the design aspect. Let's go back to the dashboard. Now what I want to show you is, one, this is where you can go and purchase a custom domain. Two, you can actually connect a domain that you already have, and then additional things such as SEO, traffic, etc. And one thing I want to show you is how to actually access your website in case you randomly exit off of it and you're not sure where to go. So you can navigate to my.elementor.com, and then once you log back into the dashboard, you'll see your website. So I have one right here, the one we are working on. And currently you can actually see your dashboard. You can click on manage this website right there. Showcases all of your details regarding what you just did, as well as the current domain, the name, and your current subscription. And then you can go back here to the open WordPress dashboard, and that will lead you back over into where we just saw, which is dashboard here. So now if I go back to edit with Elementor, you can see this. And then now at this point, we can go ahead and actually select publish. And now when I click on preview changes, you can see now we have the colors and everything are matching the way we had it earlier. In addition, if you want to have an email authentication added, you can go here, and essentially this is back on the Elementor dashboard we're just on, and you need to connect a domain and then authenticate it through there. And then that's one way you can have it added as well. And that's how you can see this option as getting a business email. If you were to click on this, this will show you these steps you need to follow in order to get a business email. That way you can have it your website.com versus having it as a completely different email. So that's way it's much more professional, especially if you want to have people messaging you or you're reaching out to other people. You can have it as, for example, support@yourwebsite.com or contact@yourwebsite.com, or pretty much whatever you want to, but including your website domain there. So again, looking over, this is what we have created so far. And again, super easy to set up, edit, change colors, fonts, and anything else you need to do to customize your website with Elementor. So if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and see you in the next one.